Hi guys, now today I am in the village of Kingsley. And I've come to the church of St. Nicholas. I'll spin you around and you can have a view of it. So this is the church of St. Nicholas here in Kingsley, the village of Kingsley, and on the gate it says, "These gates were erected to commemorate the wedding of Prince Charles and Lady Diana Spencer on the 29th of July 1981. And we all know what happened to their relationship, didn't we? Anyway, this is the church, St. Nicholas, here in Kingsley. First things first, let's see if the church is open. Which it obviously isn't, because it's all padlocked up. Shame, but never mind. So St. Nicholas's Chapel and Cemetery, and there. Always remember to pause the video. Smashed glass there. Like I was saying, always remember to pause the video if I'm not holding the video there long enough for you. So let's see with these headstones. So they're all facing this way. So that's good because that's the way I'm facing. So all in here, lots of headstones. So let's see if we can make some sense out of them. All right, so can't read the top line, but it says wife of, I think it's a Thomas Keane, who died October. It's a 1789 there, that's difficult to read, and this is quite a wide headstone there. Let's have a look at these here, and this is a John, can't read the surname, it's difficult to read. Make bits. Yeah, they're difficult, those ones. And that one's not readable. There's one over there which is readable, so let's go and have a read of this one. And this is a John Lily White, who died age 40. Also John. Can't read the rest. Big gravestone here. No chance of reading that one. There's also some headstones here. And you can see on there, there's an 1824. And there's a fallen one there. Not getting there. There's quite a few in there. I can't get to read those. It's got damage on the side, but we'll see what we can read. The Beloved. Hollow maybe. This could be Elizabeth. Difficult again. This is a James Horn, or Horry, I think, who died October the 4th, 1852, age 59. I think that's the first headstone we've been able to fully read. Some stones on the ground here. There's quite a few here. Let's see what we can read. These are the opposite way of what the others were. This one here is a George Brown, I think, and this could be a Brown there as well. I'm not sure the first name. Obviously a family plot. This looks like Anne. I'll read the rest. They're not readable. And there's a big chest tomb here. There's a spider there. I'll let you guys try and make some sense out of that. Pause the video. I can hear noises actually. Seems to be coming from the chest tomb. Creaking noises, which is rather creepy. And this is sacred to the memory of. There's some lovely little art work there. But there's definitely some creaking coming from that chest tomb. So I'm not going to get too close to it. And next to the chest tomb is a William Moore, died January the 6th, 1891, in his 67th year. And next to him, obviously it must be maybe his wife. She's Elizabeth Mary Moore, who died April the 9th, 1891, in her 66th year. So they both died the same year. Crikey. A lot of noises here. As I stepped here, there was a squeaky noise. And this is a Thomas horn. We've had one of those already, haven't we? I think was behind me. He died on February the 4th, 1871, age 50. Also of Charlotte Augusta, his wife, who died January 15th, 1849, age 52. And then over here we've got Catherine, their daughter. So it's mum, dad, and then the daughter. Age, I'm not sure on the age there, could be 2. It's interesting how close they are to the chest tomb, isn't it? Still have a look and see. This is a William Beffetch Esquire. I can't make the rest of it. I don't want to get too close because some strange noises going on in here amid the ground. So here we've got a John Matthews, I think, who died. Can't make that out. So walking carefully around, not stepping on any graves. There's this one here, which is rather worn. This is the middle name is John. King's Royal Corps, died August the 12th, 1905 maybe, age 35. And here we've got a William John Hayden, 1871, 1959, remembered with love. And here's more of a newer one, which is a Thomas Jeffrey Allen Hayden, 1918 to Say that again, 1918 to 1994, RAP. Also his wife, Evelyn, or should I say Evelyn Annie Hayden, 1920 to 1999. What's this one here? Difficult to read, but I think it's a William Baylor, and I can't get the right angle there unless I step on the grave, which I'm not going to do. There's a picture there of the church, St Nicholas's, and we've read, or tried to read all the way through here. The ground over there where the chest tomb is quite noisy. So I didn't want to stay there for too long. There's some headstones here. See if we can read this one. This is a Gerard Francis Mason. That's all we can get on that. On the cross there. Little pile of rubbish. So there's no graves here. At least I don't think there is. There's no headstones. But if we go round, we can read the graves on this side of the path on the entrance. There's actually a headstone here, actually. But chances of reading that, difficult. It's probably one that's fallen and been put there. So these are ashes. And these are the few here. And we'll try and read. And then we go further on down into the churchyard. So Walter Roberts, son. Ethel Jane Bennett, widow of Arthur Henry Bennett and eldest daughter of Robert Benjamin Lewis, died at Kingsley Vicarage, 5th February 1934, aged 71. Cone. That's rather hot today. If you hear me panting, that's why. That's a Dorothy Margaret Lewis, died 5th of October 1936, age 62. And Hugh Mitchell Lewis, M.A., priest, died October 1938, age 71. So priest off the church here. Sadly, these are not readable. That's the section we went through. We went all the way around the church, come all the way around to read here. These are the ashes section there. See what we can, anything to read here. Nope. And nothing there to read. So it's gone up the path. And this path here is old headstones, which is quite interesting, isn't it? Can't read them. There's a John there. That looks like a, I'm not sure what that is. But see what we can read here. Now this is a Robert George Bailey, died February 25th, 1905, age 74. And here is a Dotham Grove, who departed this life February the 4th, 1903, age 52. They're not readable. We've done this section. Let's move further on down. Now the church itself, St Nicholas's, I don't know a lot about it, but I believe it's 14th century. I could be wrong. And this is basically the churchyard here, with a mixture of very old and new. And we'll have a walk through. It looks like it's facing the other way. And these two are not readable. There's that one. But this big one over here, we'll give that a go. This is a James Knight, who died 21st of January 19, I think that's 35, aged 83. His end was peace. Also Maria Knight, who died 29th of May 1941, age 80. You can read these. This is a William John Moore. Actually Moore we have seen over through the trees there. And there's another Moore there, which is a Jane Caroline Moore, who born in 1858 and died in 1936. And William here died in 1940. So he died 4 years after his wife. This one here, I can't get to it very well. John someone who died age, I think that's 56. Someone else better as well. I mean, for me to get on there and read it properly, I need to step on the grave, which I don't do out of respect. And the Moore family, which I just read just now, is also buried here, is their daughter, Rhonda Sarah, born the 7th of May 1887, and she died 15th of August 1958. So 3 members of the Moore family there: father, mother, daughter. Not readable. And this is interesting. It's not a grave, but they've got grave markers. There's quite a few there as well. There's an 8, there's a 76, there's a 54, 59, a 95, a 12, and there's quite a few in there. And I wonder how old this tree was when it met its end here in St Nicholas's churchyard. And there's a grave in there, in amongst these yew trees, but I'm not going to go in there. Get smothered with bugs. And well, this is interesting. It's over here. It's like wood. It's like a wooden plank. And then same on this side, wooden plank. I wonder if that's a grave, because they used to do graves with wooden headstones. Although it's not a headstone, it might have been a marker. Maybe there was a headstone in there. But wood rots over time, as we know. So here we have a Morris Mercer, and it's got a date of the 17th of November 1937. This one here is not readable. Over here we've got a sunken book. I think that says Kate, Mary, and that's all we can read on that. There's also another like a badge type of grave there, but can't read that. Let's move on. Let's see what else we can see. So here we've got the Renford or the Reeford family, and we've got a Thomas John Reeford, who died the 12th of February 1946, age 74. And then in the same plot here, we've got a Queenie. That's a nice name, that, Queenie Reeford, Fell asleep 24th of September 1936, age 18. Wow. Wow, age 18. Wonder if that's daughter. That could be daughter and father, but I'm just guessing. Now this is Mary Elizabeth Birmingham, who fell asleep 11th of May 1937, age 86. Wow, 86. Good age. This one here, it's not got any writing on it. And there are these two crosses here. Love and memory of Leslie John Day, born February the 4th, 1920. Accidentally drowned in Kingsley Pond on the 7th of January. And I saw another chap's grave who drowned in a couple of my videos back in Iping Marsh. There's a chap there, a grave I read, where a chap drowned, and there's another one there. Can't see his age on there though. But this one is in ever-loving memory of our only child, John Vivian Chitt, accidentally drowned as well in Kingsley Pond. I wonder if that's the same date, the 7th of January 1929. And it is, it's the same date. So these two guys here, Leslie John Day and John Vivian Chitt, is it Chid? Chitty? It's got a T on it, it's got a T, it's got Chitty. So yes, we've got a John Chitty and a Leslie Day. They both drowned in 1929 on the 7th of January in Kingsley Pond. Wow. Can't see the ages. Actually, I can see the age. There's an age 8 on the bottom there of John. I can't see the age of Leslie there. So maybe they both died together, same day. A lot of these molehills around. This is a Caroline Sams or James. Difficult to read the rest of that. Just looking ahead now and seeing what else there is. There's still some older graves here, so we carry on. Now this is a John Woodgale, and this is another Woodgale, Elizabeth Woodgale, and she died April 19 or 18. It's got to be 1935. Do the same name there. Wow, this is nice. Nice little urn here. That's really nice, that. I like that. It's difficult to read though. I think that's a Jane. It could be a Jane. And born July 22nd, 1837. But I can't see a proper name there, which is a shame. Now this one here is quite a chunky one, isn't it? With all the flowers. This is a Henry, our dear father and mother, Henry Christmas, died the 7th of January 1923, age 77. Also Anne Christmas, who died the 3rd of January 1929, age 82. Yeah, I'm going to read this one here as well. It's rather hot today, so I'm panting a bit today. So anyway, lovely little flowers there. In loving memory of John Clear, I think, who died June the 15th, 1923, age 83. Also of Ellen Mary Clear, died Died June 2nd, 1931, age 83. Love the details on that. That's really good. I like that. Something with a bit of effort into it. Some more little ones there. Let's see what this one is. A lot of the brown stuff on this one. In loving memory of Jack Edney Chadwick, who died the 16th of May 1934, age 18 years. Rest in the Lord. 18 years, rather young, isn't it? Oh wow, look at this. Got another Moore. Another Moore. This is a Frederick Charles Moore, who died the 10th of March 1942, age 82. Now we've seen some Moors over there, I think the other side of this yew tree here. This is a John. I'll make the surname out. It's a very moundy here. I wonder if there's graves there. It's possible, isn't it? I'll go as close to this yew tree as I can. I have to remember where I've read now. We read over there, we went up that way. Now these are newer graves. I mean, this is 95. They're mixed. That's a 64 over there. That's a 65. So yeah, we're getting into newer stuff over here. And I like to read the older graves. I'll just have a quick look. It looks like it's mixed, like I say. There's a chap here, I think. Is it a chap? Alfred. He died age 80. Let's see if I can see a date on there. Of February. I can't see the date. That's 66 and 84. And beyond that is 68, 75. So let's continue. Not readable. These are not readable. So this is a 1901 to 1955, and it's got the brown colouring on it again. And this is Albert, I think. Can't read the rest of that name, but it's got 1901 and then a March 1955. That's not readable, nor is that one. I'll just check over here. And is this readable? This is a John Crocker. Can't read the rest of it. It's 2nd of October, age 59. Also his wife, Elsie Mabel, died in 1982, age 83. I'll read this one. This is a John Lizard, I think, 1957, age 21. Yeah, age 21. Massive holes here. If you was to come here at night, you could break your leg or ankle. And I know what that's like, believe me. Yeah, so guys, I'm thinking, I like the really older graves, but this is coming up into more of the newer stuff now. And you can see, actually, there's a grave. There's obviously a grave here, but it's got no headstone. There's obviously graves here because of the way that the land is going. Yeah, that's 23. 2002, 87. Age 94. This is a Jeffrey Doggery. Fell asleep in 1961, age 75. And then there's this here. I wonder what this is. What is this? Helen Winsgate, died 12th of December 1921, age 79. Thomas Winsgate, 27 years, faithfully parish clerk. He died the 26th of April 1921, age 79. So the same names, you've got a Thomas and a Helen. Winslade, died in 1921, April. Died in 1921, December. Both at the age of 79. So maybe here there was a tall cross that went up, maybe. Have a look at some of the views from here. Now down there is the road. And Kingsley is a village. And this is the view from the churchyard. I'll zoom you in. It's blown a fly off. The road down there, running from Alton through to Kingsley. There goes a van, an Asda van. Right. Now this is newer stuff here. But it seems to be a bit of a mix here with new and old. Nice little dog there, look. Nice little dog. Yeah. So yeah, we've got an Ivan, Richard, Pamela over there in the background. Just seeing if there's any other older graves here. Oh, just think under that yew tree. Yeah, and I think these are all newer stuff now. Although this looks quite an old one, in loving memory of Albert Henry Bicknell, 1916 to 1983. And here we've got an Albert Thomas Cole, January 21st, 1914. Died in 1984. So it's fairly random here. There's some older graves and some newer graves as well. So yeah, so I won't go any further, but basically that's the end of the churchyard here. So creep under this yew tree again. Actually there's a cross up there as well. Let's go and take a look at this cross. Looks rather old. I've seen crosses in churchyards and graveyards before, and I find them interesting. There's actually some benches here as well. Let's see if there's any memory plaques on them. Bird feeder, which is sadly empty. And here's the cross, which has got ants. Swarming with ants. See that? All the ants. And they look like black ants as well. Wow. Look at them go. Wow. They're loving that cross, aren't they? They're going right to the top. Maybe they're going to the top and then they're going onto the tree. And they're in the tree. But then I'm no expert. Yeah, wow. And then there's these old benches here. They look really old. And there's some plaques on here as well. And these plaques are Geoffrey Dogrill, Church Warden, 1934 to 48. And then there's another one here, another church warden, in memory of Roy Dog Grill, Church Warden. Same surnames. This bench here, obviously got nothing on it. And again, there's the road. And in the distance, if you follow the road, it takes you through to Alton. Now it's a late evening, hot summer's day today. It's very warm. And as I always say, it's a shame I couldn't get in the church, because that would have been quite nice. I always like going in churches just to get the feel of that particular church, and I've been in some really nice churches, and I've been into some really which, you know, I could say are, well, a bit dire, but all the churches I've been into have always been quite an experience, and always had different opinions of all the churches and of the churchyards and the graveyards as well. Some places where I travel on my YouTube channel are really interesting, and some are just normal. But yeah, I hope you like this one, guys, and if you do, hit the like button, hit that notification bell so you can see my future videos, and also check out my other videos as well, which has got celebrity graves, grave reading, and some ghost hunting as well. And there's a few stories I could tell you about the ghost hunting I've done, but I daren't tell you, because they're my own personal experiences whilst ghost hunting in graveyards and churchyards. So go and check those out on my channel as well, my ghost hunting videos. So remember to like, subscribe to my channel, and check out my other videos as well, and hit the notification bell. So yeah, so that's the church here in St Nicholas's, church here in Kingsley. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Whew, it's a really hot day today, so I'll catch you in the next one. So take care, guys, take care.